Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back. And usually I don't really do wrap ups of like whole months. I usually tend to do a lot of TBRs. And I don't really do wrap ups because I read a lot. And I suppose you don't really have to do wrap ups where you talk about every single book and whatnot. So you can just show them and whatnot. But yeah, I kind of felt like it during this month. So in April it was Read Your Library readathon, which I suppose it was kind of in two minds. It was one, you could use books from your local library, or you could read the books that you own, which is kind of what I did. And yeah, honestly, I would say it was a pretty good reading month for me. I can't really complain. I had some mismatches. I have some books that I didn't love, but I didn't really have any that I hated. So that was nice. So my month started with The Princess Knights by Kate Jacobs. Or I did finish this because I did start it back in the fall. So yeah. Kind of ironic because this I made a whole video of this because I was looking forward to it so much. And then it started last year and I wasn't really in the mood for it. So I softened enough it. To force yourself to read it when you don't in the mood for it. Mm. And lately, I've been like much more into romance. I've been into fantasy books. This has a romance in it, yes, but it's also fantasy, and I just wasn't really feeling it. But I felt it. I felt it. And I felt it. Then I wanted to read it during Easter. So yeah, I finished it during Easter. And honestly, all in all, I would say this is kind of like a four-star read. I had assumed it was going to be a five-star read before I picked it up, and yeah, it ended up being a four-star read. I did like it, yes. But also, I suppose kind of like how it ended, like, what? Because the author has said that it is a standalone book, but I feel like it's kind of like cliffhangery because some things are resolved, yeah, but there's lots and lots of opportunities for more in the series. So yeah, that kind of annoys me really because we right now we don't really know what the next book is going to be. We know that the author is going to write more books, but we don't know if they're having more books right now in this universe, which yeah, kind of nags me. And also, honestly, for my taste, it was kind of quite slow of a book. Things happened, yeah, but I feel like for a lot of the time, not a lot happened really. And yeah, you need to establish a role, and you need to establish persons and whatnot. I feel like you can still do that while having like small things happening in the book. And in this book, yeah, we'll say maybe like three things happened. And yeah, I mean, I didn't hate it, but I suppose maybe just my expectations were very high. And yeah, I would still say check it out, but I wouldn't say it's going to be the best book ever. But then I also read Overlevelsesplan of Ellen Brand Bjørnøy. So, as you have guessed, this is a Norwegian book. I already have a book talk on it up. But yeah, this is a Norwegian contemporary romance, a small town romance. It is also a bit of a BSD story. There's yeah some BSD in it here and there. It's also second chance romance, which I don't really like BSD. I don't really like second chance romance, but in this book it worked, which goes to say really that anything can work with the right pen, really. And yeah, this is the what was the debut book? It's not a debut book. It's the first in a romance series. The author has written stuff before, but this is probably might more of her like first big books. The other books that she's written some kids books, which sadly aren't really talked about that much and highlighted that much. And then she has written some books that they kind of sell in chaos, so like lesser literature. I don't know, but yeah, this book I very much enjoyed. Gave it 5 stars. Then we have Løfter i Sand, sorry, Beleiret in the Løfter in Sand series. So this is a historical Norwegian historical series, historical drama series, I would say, with romance in it. I wouldn't say it's a historical. It's not historical romance per se because it's not like the only thing happening. But I would say yeah, big part of it is romance. Yeah, but there's also other things happening. There's secrets, drama, whatnot. And yeah, this is the seventh book. It did end on a kind of cliffhanger. I mean, I'm assuming that the sixth, eighth book will also end happily, but right now I'm like, I want to read book eight now. It comes out in June, so just a few weeks, 8 weeks to go. So yeah, not that long to get to it. But all in all, very much enjoy this book. I also have gotten it signed, so that's fun because I saw the offer in an event. And then I read Love Craves Cardamom by Ashana Avachat. So this is in the Love Craves series. It is also a Joy Revolution book. I'll be wrong here, but I believe it's... Anyway, it's a YA book set in India, where two teens fall in love. One of them is a prince. I mean, prince in this because India is not a monarchy anymore. I suppose they seem to be kind of having some sort of power, but in the same way don't. It didn't really get explained. It was weird. But yeah, it was a cute, nice YA book. Cheesy and sweet, and I could guess what would happen, but still quite enjoyed it. So yeah. And then we're getting to one of the other um, letdowns of the month, or one of the few ones at least. So we have The Jewel of the Isle by Carrie Ray. So I got this. We may bought it like last year, this year, I don't remember. But yeah, I think I feel like I've got it like more or less like actually as a cover buy, which I don't really do that often. But this just looked so fun. I think maybe I found it like if you like Joe Segura, check out this book. And it just looked so much fun because of the cover, and the and because of the summary. So I just looked forward to this one so much. And then, yeah, like in the beginning, I wouldn't say honestly, like the first two chapters were interesting. It was kind of fun to get to know the characters. It's your own point of view, which is a big perk for me. But honestly, when you got to know the characters after that, it was kind of like, yeah, um, things were starting to happen. Like the villain, for example, was kind of like cheesy to over the top and predictable, and also it says in the summary that yeah, I won't say it. It says in the summary that these two people they notice they oversee that they observe that witness sorry they witness a murder, which yeah they do, but it doesn't happen until like halfway through the book. So like, please don't say something in the summary that happens halfway through the book. Maybe I shouldn't have told you that as well, but also like it's not that good of a book, so I'm spoiling that. A bit, I am. And yeah, so I planned like I toyed with the idea of DNFing it, but like it wasn't honestly. This book was never awful. It was just kind of fine most of it. Like I liked the idea of it, the execution. No, honestly, it kind of felt like a made for TV movie, like a Hallmark movie. I guess maybe this could be very cool if made by like if certain people were cast in this movie, they could probably take it up a lot of notches because of elevating their material because being great actors. But a story in itself, no, no. This, after I've told you about it and film finishes filming, it's going to charity. It's going away. I don't have space in my shelves for this book. I don't. And then we have The Paris Match by Kate Claiborne, which also sadly was like a letdown of the read. I would say I did enjoy this one much more than this, definitely. But yeah, this a contemporary romance. I've heard lots of good things about Kate Claiborne. And also, I'll also say it's quite a very slow burn romance, which honestly I don't really mind that much a slow burn romance. But I feel like if the romance of the book is gonna happen very slowly, have like other things being interesting happening. Which in this book, I mean, it's set during a weekend or sorry, a week where a wedding's supposed to be happening, and there's some drama, some secrets, yes. but also I would say it's just very something's happened, yeah, but also not a lot happens in other ways. Yeah, I wasn't I wasn't directly bored doing this because I would say the writing was interesting, but also I felt like things happening to the characters, but also like to the main couple, took just way too long. I suppose this is also kind of a cover by I would say because the cover is beautiful, but also Kate Claiborne I heard lot more about. I haven't really heard about Carrie Ray. Uh, so yeah, I've kind of had high expectations. I do have two other Claiborne books that I kind of want to give it another go and just hope that this is a fluke of a book. I do hate it, but yeah, I feel like it's kind of for me. It's kind of like very much a 3-star read. It was fine. It was fun. It wasn't awful. It wasn't badly written, but didn't really give me all that much really. Mm. Then we have the Wallflower Wager, which I've done a review about. It's Tess actually latest book because she's had some health struggles. But yeah, this book came out in 2019. And I've done all the Wallflower Wages. Oh, sorry, all the Girl Meets Duke series. So this supposed to be a fourth book that hasn't really been released yet because Tessa has health issues. But there's rumors that the fourth book is coming out sometime. Some people say it's never coming out. Who knows? But also it's a romance series, so you don't really need another book. It's kind of fun, but you don't need it. But yeah, I loved this book so much. It was a delight of a book. I enjoyed the rest of the books in the series. I loved this book a lot. And then we have Den Siste Valkyria of Hannah Eik. So this is a Norwegian book, as you might have guessed. I suppose maybe you could have guessed it's Danish, Swedish, it's Norwegian. And yeah, it's the first in a series. It's a YA book, all based around a contest where if you win the contest, you win like lots and lots of Norwegian kroners. So it's like also fame and a fortune. And yeah, I would kind of agree. And some people talk about this book how it's not like it could be more interesting, but also it's like I believe it's a debut book, so it's like yeah, debut books aren't always perfect. But I would say I enjoy the characters. I enjoyed the storyline, and also I would say for a lot of this book it was interesting, but it was like interesting enough. And then the last part of the book, like, oh my god, this is happening. Things are happening. Things are really happening. And the last part, at least for me, kind of very much made up for the first part not being that good. And yeah, I don't as of yet if it's like supposed to be interpreted. Hopefully it is, but yeah, as you might have guessed from the title, Valkyrie. There's some Norse mythology. It's Norse mythology based, I won't say. It's a contemporary book, but yeah. There's hints of Norse mythology in there. I'm just gonna say it like that, really. So, yeah. I think it's the first in a trilogy. I don't trilogy. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. And at the very end of the year, the month, I read Hunter's Treasure by Olivia Jackson. So this is the sequel to well, sequel. It's the second. Well, Digging Dr. Jobs is the first book. This is the second book. I don't really think they're actually related. So yeah, sorry, it's her second book. This one takes place in a haunted in a isolated island. They're both like trapped on this island because after a storm, she ends up there, and the storm has destroyed the boat. Also, after a while, turns out there's also treasure at the island. Ooh, fun, finding treasure. But yeah, also love happens. I enjoyed this book. I was kind of annoyed at some parts of this book, but I would say for me this was a solid 4-star read. It was very good, enjoyable, not absolute favorite, but I would recommend it to people. I would recommend it definitely. And yeah, I did read some other books as well. They were mostly Nicola books that I have talked about, like I have already posted about. And then there was one audiobook they have talked about. I actually haven't done a review of it. I kind of want to do that, but I talked about it here and there. But yeah, Unapologetic Love Story by Elle McNichol is amazing. It's one of the characters has autism, and she also has a podcast that's like very famous. And yeah, it's slow burn romance, but it's just so good. And yeah, I definitely gonna need right buy a physical form, physical book of it. But also the audiobook is narrated by the actress that did Malina in the Shadow and Bone series. So yeah, great voice acting in there really. So yeah, and that was I suppose yeah also I suppose you might also that as like the point like slightly the point of April was the read book that you had. Like I did read some library books, yes. I did read some Natia books, yes. So I didn't really like Natia books are newer books. But I would say most of the books that I read really were books from my shelves. I think I ended up reading 13 books. 13, 14, or something like that. I did read in some books and I did start some books, but I didn't finish them. But like more than the ones I talked about. But yeah, I would say, oh, April, it's a good reading month. Can't really complain. It was a good reading month. I like it. I enjoyed it. So yeah. How was your reading month? Was it good? I hope it was. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.